Did you know if you drop a like and subscribe in the next 5 seconds, nothing will happen but it will put a giant smile on my face? So finally, with us being over 50% way through Season 1's completion of Chapter 3, we've seen the mid-season update bring in everything that would have been expected anyways and more, such as not only the foundation, the brand new cosmetics on page 2, the availability to unlock the brand new Haven masks where we can literally become a Klombo in the face, and also Covert Cavern. And despite even that brief amount of new content mentioned that's been added into game today being very interesting, what if I told you that the best parts of this update are actually what's been added into the game's coding, foreshadowing what's upcoming later this season? And without spoiling too much, let's just say we have more clarity now as to the direction of the storyline this season as the start of the chapter anyways, and what's going to be happening for a live event to end it off going into Season 2 and beyond. If there's one video you watch on this brand new update today, make sure it's this one, so do yourself a favour, sit back, relax with your favourite snacks and stick around and watch the full video. Whilst you're doing that, however, one favour you can do me, considering this is 100% free to do, is enter code FM1 right now inside the Fortnite Item Shop. I challenge you all right now, try and make this process last longer than 10 seconds, and if it does, don't enter it, that's how confident I am. Entering code FM1 not only puts a giant smile on my face, but cheers my pug up Gus too, as he's been kind of sad recently from not only discovering that yes, he looks like a baby Klombo, but on top of the fact he's found out 70% of you guys watching right now are not subscribed to the channel. And speaking of subscribing, we've just recently surpassed 2.3 million, you guys have been killing it lately, so everybody who hasn't clicked the big red button, click it. And of course, after all, this can only benefit you, considering I also give 5 subscribers every single day, so if you want to receive a gift off me, simply make sure you subscribe to the channel with all notifications turned on, and then comment your Epic Games ID down below and let me know what you like to receive, so perhaps in the next video you could be gifted on screen in front of hundreds of thousands of eyes to see. But with that said, now enough messing around, we need to dive into everything included within 19.20, more specifically in the game's coding that nobody's talking about, so make sure of course you don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
I'm not, I'm sitting on my
Don't
back.
go anywhere.
Just before we go any further, I'm happy to announce that today's video is sponsored by Manscaped. I don't know about you guys what you got for Christmas, but the best package I received was the Performance Package 4.0 by Manscaped, with literally everything in it that a man could desire. It's a new year, which means of course a new you, and feeling your best starts with looking your best, which is why my friends at Manscaped are hooking you all up with the right tools and formulations designed specifically for men. And let's just say, from receiving the Performance Package 4.0 myself, with this being added newly to my grooming routine, with me being a guy, it's safe to say this is literally the only thing you'll ever need as your all-in-one head-to-toe grooming and hygiene kit or routine. My favourite product to start out with is the infamous Lawnmower 4.0, which is great for beard maintenance, but the trimmer is specifically designed with advanced skin-safe technology, which helps reduce nicks and cuts on the most sensitive areas of your body. And don't forget too, it's cordless and waterproof, so this means it's super convenient and makes it easy for cleaning up. It also comes with a built-in travel lock, which is either engaged or disengaged by tapping the button on the front 3 times. And let's not forget the most convenient thing of all, it's wirelessly charged, which only takes usually around 90 minutes to fully charge in itself, with also these LED lights on the front to show you how much juice you have left in your trimmer. Additionally, in the Performance Package 4.0 are 2 secret products that nobody expects to receive, but they definitely need, as I've just realised this. As you can see, this is the Crop Preserver Ball Toner Deodorant and the Crop Reviver Ball Toner Spray, which can simply be applied after you shower for all-day body odour protection. Up next is a game changer being the Weed Whacker, which has 360 rotatory blades and the same skin-safe technology from the body trimmer, so obviously this means it helps prevent tugging and tears in your nose and ears. And for a limited time now, when you buy the Performance Kit 4.0, you not only get 1 but 2 free gifts, being the Shed Travel Bag and the Manscaped Anti-Chafing Boxer Briefs, which are the comfiest boxers I've ever worn. So with that said, before you leave today or now, make sure to click the first link in the video description or the pinned comment and head over to manscaped.com to get 20% off plus international shipping and the 2 free gifts when you use promo code FM20 at checkout. So thank you Manscaped for sponsoring today's video. Okay, so with all that out of the way, the first thing that you'll see when you're logging on, if you can anyways, considering the servers again went down today for a limited amount of time but are obviously now back up now, if you're subscribed to the Fortnite crew, is of course your rewards for the Fortnite crew currently. And the reason I say currently is because for me anyways, I subscribed firstly to the first ever Fortnite crew like halfway through a month, meaning I don't get the V-Bucks when I get all the other rewards. As you can see on screen, is everything to do with the Aftermath set that we obviously got revealed to not only on Twitter in these images but also the trailer. And speaking of trailers too, something that Fortnite had planned to release but didn't, however data miners have found it in the game's API, is the Melloverse trailer to complement well the brand new Marshmello collaboration that we only only knew about today from, well, Fortnite tweeting it out, and then in tonight's item shop rotation, as you can see, everything on screen right now has rotated throughout it, and most interestingly to me anyways, despite the brand new Marsh Inobi skin, is the Marsha skin being a female version of the Marshmallow skin wearing the Marshmallow helmet. And before hopping into a game, if you're still flicking around on the menus and stuff to not only see the foundation but Haven mask, which we're going to be breaking down in just a second, how you earn all of them and what all of them look like. From heading over to the foundation rewards, of course, now we not only have the first page, but we don't know the challenges in-game yet, but we're going to be revealing them thanks to what data miners have found in just a second. But thankfully we do know what all of the rewards are finally now on the second page, after literally months of speculating, or just over a month, as to what these rewards are. Now, the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson mask off style technically isn't a style, it's an emote, revealing it from the visor basically being able to be removed with the tactical visor toggle emote, which is a legendary emote. We also have the combat elite style for the foundation's visor and the tactical version, then the rocket wing glider, which he's shown on for the first time anyways, or teased in the startup screen and also the Chapter 3 Season 1 trailer, and finally the combat style being the blacked out cleaner looking version for the foundation. And despite us not being able to unlock the foundation when 19.20 went live on February 1st, 2022, believe it or not, we already know what all of the challenges are. But if you don't want to wait until then, if you are Mystique and eliminate the foundation boss and then use the built-in emote, you can see what it literally looks like to wear the foundation in game early. I wouldn't stress about doing this too much, however, considering the first available date to unlock the foundation skin in itself and all the rewards on the second page after completing the first page of rewards anyways will be Thursday the 3rd of February, and here are all the challenges on screen right now for literally each individual reward. I'm not going to read all of them out because we'd be here all day, and considering they're so easy, feel free to pause the video and just, select the ones that you want to kind of go toward or attack first on screen. And one final thing before we hop into the in-game stuff or things contained in the game's files as we hop into a game and discuss it, even the location of the Baby Klombos and where the IO are drilling to or how these are going to be revealed. Of course, with the reveal of the Foundation's second page of rewards, we now have literally available to collect anyways, or should I say unlocked from finding Feathers, which is a new system, all of the Haven masks of which you can see on screen right now. Literally, these are just the exact same as the tuna fish styles, I believe, in Chapter 2 Season 8 where we could collect the paint drops, but instead now it's all of these things being, well, called feathers that can simply be found for just opening chests and collecting them. Something cool Fortnite also posted on their Twitter was this video anyways of all the masks rotating very fast, so feel free to pause the video and see which mask you land on, which is destined for you to wear when wearing the Haven mask character. Moving on though from hopping into game, one of the first or most important things you'll notice if you've discovered all areas of the map on your mini-map will be a brand new grey area, meaning it's currently undiscovered, being this brand new revamped area into a massive named location, the Grotto 2.0. Let's roll a clip actually of the Grotto first and foremost and see how it compares now to what is here called Covert Cavern. Honestly, this name location is giving me massive Chapter 2 Season 2 vibes, and that's not only because the Grotto was implemented then, but the other similarities and references are it's got a very big boss, like literally one that's so overpowered, as you can see Hypex stated on screen all the stats about, has 650 HP, 650 shield, has a charge dash attack with 10 seconds cooldown, a mythic SMG, and throws grenades. So yeah, it's safe to say this dude's overpowered, alongside the fact his IO guards will be protecting him, surrounding him in this brand new drilling name location, so it seems. It's going to be even harder to eliminate this guy too than the Foundation in terms of health anyways, considering this is an indoor location and it will be very hard to locate Gunner outside anyways. And not only that, but with his mythic SMG, then build a tower high enough to pull him up with a harpoon gun, and then obviously have the fall damage eliminate him from falling back down to the ground. The only advice for eliminating him I can give is keep your distance, and obviously he drops one of the most desired weapons now, not only that in game, being the mythic SMG, which all the stats for on screen are right now. But speaking of Chapter 2 Season 2 vibes, despite everything we've just mentioned in terms of the similarities between the two locations of this Covert Cavern and the Grotto, is the return finally of keycards and vaults, which as you can see from me using it on the vault door and going inside and looting everything gives you a ton of XP, especially with Supercharge. And despite the fact we can actually store the mythic SMG in one of the tents so we can use it in another game and have one of our teammates, if we're in duos, trios or squads, get another SMG, by eliminating Gunner in that game, sadly we can't put the keycard that Gunner drops into a tent, being one of the first items ever that we can't store for another game. And with this name location showing more IO drills all in one space than the areas that we've seen pop up around the map anyways as days have passed, and the first updates of Chapter 3 Season 1, as you can see, they seem to be drilling towards something which is making sounds if we stop talking anyways and just play that real quick. As you guys heard right there, nothing too menacing in terms of sounds, although we've had sound effects leaks such as, you know, the distant Polar Peak monster or Devourer monster potentially returning, which is underground at some other part of the island. And with this being the case, considering Klombos are unexplained as to how they've, you know, maintained their wildlife habitat on the island, is this the Klombo cave that we're digging to in this particular location? I think it might be, considering, speaking of drilling anyways, this giant thing in the middle is actually a drill that Fortori and other data miners have managed to find out about, which could be digging to other monsters or giant creatures on the island, being the Devourer monsters, or more specifically one giant devoured buried monster. In terms of the storyline progression with these types of map changes, however, you can already bet for a Season 2 of Chapter 3, just like Season 2 of Chapter 2, to be a conflict between two factions instead of Ghost and Shadow, being the Imagined Order and the Seven. It seems this conflict's already kind of undergoing, however, but it'll be more so of a forefront and theme of the next season, as we already know this from the sound files data miners have managed to find, such as the following being a rocket launch failure of the Seven because the IO sabotaged it, which I'll play for you guys very quickly.
So the rocket, it failed again. I optimized the navigational algorithm myself, so it wasn't a design problem. Don't point the fingers at me. The Imagined Order sabotaged us, and I'd like to know how. Disassemble their tech and bring the pieces to me. I'll reverse engineer a solution. I'm like super smart.
It's safe to say whatever's developing in terms of an established storyline to start out this third chapter is very interesting. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section down below. And it seems Epic Games have already got everything planned out and have even scheduled all of the updates for next season, let alone all the ones on the lead up to next season, but the launch of it too, and everything leading up to Chapter 3 Season 3. As Firemonkey states, Epic plans for Chapter 3 Season 2 to have 5 main updates including season launch, with versions numbers up to 20.40 already being prepared. And with not only the Seven but now the Imagined Order taking more so over the island and things happening such as, you know, these things reappearing from our past, being the Devourer's bones and the Mecha Team Leader arm, we're definitely in for a real surprise and treat, and a big live event to not only end off this season but even in the future seasons. With that being all we've got to go over in today's video, I just want to remind you guys to follow me over on Twitter, linked in the video description down below too. If you enjoyed this video, however, though, slap a like in it down below and make sure you subscribe to the channel with all notifications turned on so that you never miss out on any future videos. And speaking of other videos or your next destination now, make sure to interact with anything on screen, I don't mind, but most importantly, hopefully I can catch you, yes you the individual still watching, I can see you, but hopefully in that very next video I do post on the channel.